Hello everyone, welcome back to the design of a human hand in Maya. This is where we kind of left off on our last project. All the fingers are attached, the thumb is attached. This video is just going to be about smoothing out some of our features of the hand and making it look a little more organic, adding a couple little details. So the way I'm going to kind of start this one out is I'm going to want to kind of soften up these fingers right now. They're very blockish right now. So the way we're going to do that is kind of how this thumb looks. We're going to add another edge loop going up the center of each one of them. That'll let us have some geometry to be able to round out or soften and kind of round out the top of this. So I'll get into my edge loop tool, double click on that one, make sure we're only under one loop. Go ahead and just oops. Just add one into each one of these guys. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and deselect, well, deselect the bottom half. Yeah, the whole top edge I can bring up. Okay. Okay, that looks about right. I'm going to go ahead and bring this edge up a little bit too. The meatier part of your hand appears next to your thumb, so we'll just kind of go with that. All right. Soften this one up a little bit too. I'm just getting a good view of like looking around this, making sure everything looks fairly decent. Deselect the bottom half. I think this side here needs to be pulled in just a little bit. Not doing a ton of explaining here because it kind of seems like a lot of it will just be kind of self-evident as I'm kind of working around here, but I'm just going through and softening up each one of these fingers here, giving a little bit of a rise behind the knuckles here to kind of indicate where the finger or the bones in the hand kind of lead up to the knuckle. It's not going to be flat as the cube kind of started out. Alright, so this edge over here, we're going to go back to vertex mode. That's a little bit more accurate. And I'm not looking to do a perfect anatomical hand here. I mean, not looking to match all the muscles and tendons and all that. I'm just trying to get a very basic hand going on here, but I don't want it to look robotic, so I'm just kind of softening it up and then going here. Okay, so if I go into smooth preview, I'm still going to see some where all these edges are here. It's going to be a little ribbed and not natural looking, so we're probably going through and softening that. Let's check the preview real quick, and yeah, so if you look here, it's got these little ribs going along here, and this knuckles kind of have an odd shape where they become fingers. So we're going to go and use the Sculpt Brush, and we'll kind of soften up some of these edges here. So Sculpt Brush, this one right here. believe you can find it underneath your mesh tools. Let's see here. Sculpt geometry tool, that's the one you're looking for. I'll just use mine right here. Double click on that, make sure I'm got a smaller size brush. If you hold down B and left mouse button drag, it'll let you kind of redefine the size or the radius of your sculpt brush. So I'll hold down Shift, that'll let us smooth. So I'm going to smooth out some of these features. That's a little too intense. I'm going to have to lower that a little bit. Take smooth strength down to 1. I was breaking this up just a little bit. Okay, so let's check again and see how this is looking. Some progress report going on here. A little better, but I'm still not liking this little spot right here where the fingers come out of the knuckle. I was hoping that's a little bit more natural looking. So I'm going to go ahead and refine that just a little bit more. Thumb looks okay. So let's go back into this tool here. Okay. That looks a little bit better. Let's go back here, go back to unsmooth mode. I think that if I just move these edges up here just a little bit manually, that might give me the look I'm after. Alright, let's try it one last time. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's take a look at the bottom of the hand and see what we can do to soften this up. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, like, why don't we just work in soft mode? That seems like, since we keep going back and forth, that we can just, go to vertex mode and soft mode and just kind of push these things around until it looks the way we want. You could, but the thing is that when you go back to this is a smooth preview. This isn't actually what your mesh looks like. You can end up with some strange geometry when you start working in smooth preview and then switch back to what your geometry actually looks like. You might find out like some of your faces are interpenetrating each other, and it's a bad practice to get into for modeling. Okay, so I'm going to speed up this process just a little bit by turning on soft select. Turn the fall off down on that just a little bit. But I'll pull out a little bit of the geometry here over the pad that's in the base of your thumb. Okay. I'll pull out the pad on the other side. Let in just a little bit. Falls too high. Let's go 0.5. I don't want to affect the top of the geometry, but that's not quite enough either. So 0.75. That's a little better. Okay. I'm going to pull out some of this geometry underneath. Okay. I think that should be about doing it. Soft select. Change that to protection mode. Push that in just a little bit more. This one's coming a little bit more too. Alright, I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's check the smooth preview. Oh, it's okay. I can finesse this more if I wanted to make it look more realistic, but we're just going for a basic hand here. We can obviously do a lot more if we want to make this look a lot more realistic. But this looks like a good stopping point. This is just an introduction to how to model a hand, and maybe in the future when we do a more fuller rig, I'll get into some more of the details of adding in some the fleshy wrinkles that you would kind of see in here between the knuckles. I think that before we quit though, maybe we'll throw in a couple fingernails. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. Just go ahead and grab two of those faces. We'll extrude. Again, just a little bit. I'll just grab that end face. Extrude one more time. Just go to my edge mode and I'll push these little corners back so it gives a little bit more of a rounded nail. Alright. We can even push this one up here in a little bit because your nail doesn't really actually sit on top. It's actually sinks in a little bit, so I'll just push that inside the geometry. Alright. Alright, let's check out the smooth preview. There we go. Got a little bit of a fingernail with something in the end. That one looks good. Let's have a few minutes. I'll just go down the line and just go ahead and finish off all these. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. Just do them all at the same time. Extrude. Raise them up just a little bit. Select those faces on the end. That end rounded, just like I did on the first one. Oops. Got a little far out there. Okay. Alright, so now it's all I gotta do is just push all the edges back on the corners. Switching to edge mode, selecting all those corner edges. Alright, just push them back. Scale them in a little bit. Oh, can't do them all at the same time, apparently. That I probably should have known. Alright, well then I'll just do them one at a time. There's that, and I'll select the top two, push those in to make the indentation for the fingernail. Scale that one in just a little bit. Same thing here. Push that in. Scale it together a little bit. There's that one, and the last one on the fingers. We probably still got to do the thumb though. So, all right, so fingers are done. Oh, forgot to recess this one over here. Let's go ahead and push that one in. Scale it together. Good. Now I just got to do the thumb. Extrude once, pull it up, grab the face on the end, extrude out, there we go. That one I don't have to mess with the edges on. That's kind of nice. And I just gotta push this one in and scale it together. Alright, so there's our thumbnails. I think that was a nice touch. Let's go ahead and check that smooth mode. And yeah, that was okay. And some definitely some fingernails on there. Thumbnail looks pretty fat and good. And yep, I think that's a good stopping point. I hope that this helped you guys understand how to create a hand in Maya. And I think that the next project we'll work on doing some actual character development. We'll start probably with the torso and kind of move on and create an actual entire character. And we'll use the same skills we used here to create the hand throughout and evolve some new techniques to end with a full character ready to be rigged. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next project. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.